and I'm the chair of the Auditor Selection Committee. Welcome to the June 21st, 2022 Auditor Selection Committee meeting. The meeting format is hybrid. A quorum is physically present at the Hart Administrative Offices, 1201 East 7th Avenue, Florida Conference Room. The rest of the board members are participating via communication media technology. Please look at your screen of your devices. An image of the flag is displayed. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Staff, please do roll call.
Committee Chair Schisler?
Yes.
Committee Member Kemp?
Here.
Committee Member Knight? Committee Member Overman? Committee Member Williams?
Yes, here.
You do have a quorum.
Thank you very much. We have a temporary temporary board attorney, if you would like to announce who you are.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Chair. My name is Jan McLean. I'm with the law firm of Gray Robinson. Julia Mandel, who is your general counsel, had to attend another meeting, so I'm here
Welcome.
in your support.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Would any vendors on the line please identify themselves? Hearing none. Okay. As a reminder, attendees are allowed to observe the evaluation process, but they may not speak during the discussions, and I don't see any Hart members. Next agenda item is public comment. Is there anyone pre-registered for public comment? Seeing no, thank you very much. This concludes the public input section. Next is approval of the minutes in section 3 of the package. You see the minutes from the May 25th, 2022 Auditor Selection Committee hybrid meeting. Is there a motion to approve the minutes? Second. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Likewise, opposed likewise. Thank you. That minutes are approved. Next item is a discussion item of the technical evaluation completion. I'd like to recognize Ms. Audrey Reeves, Contract Specialist 3, to guide the committee through this discussion item.
Thank you, Chair Schiffler. The Audit Selection Committee will review the clarifications received from Cherry Beckett and Markham. These were on page 2 and 3 of the handout or the information packet that was sent to you. Has the committee had time to review those clarifications?
Has everybody had a chance to review?
I have not. If you could quickly review that for me. I looked at it a few days ago, but not as recent as, just refresh me if you don't mind, please.
Cherry Beckett, the clarification was on the price submitted for the 5-year contract of $407,330, which was doubled from the price of $222,464 under contract VC 000654. We asked for the reason for the increase. They stated that previously the increase in hours, additional compliance with auditing standards, including assistance with new financial reporting standards, and cost of living adjustment is what is driving the increase. The primary driver is the increase in the amount of hours. Responsibility. In Exhibit B, subparagraph 2C2 reads, Section B, qualifications of the firm is 20 total maximum points. Item C, provide a list of current and past clients, maximum of 5, which provide transit services similar to the authority and have federal and state grants such as Federal Transit Administration. Cherry Beckett provided 5 references. 4 references provided are transit clients as requested. All references responded favorably to the reference survey.
Thank you very much. I did review it, I just did not have it in front of me and trying to
Okay.
recall it. So thank you, Ms. Jackson, for providing me with a copy, and thank you, Chair.
Okay, very good, thank you. Continue if you would, if you had anything else to discuss. Ms. Reeves?
If there's anything else to discuss, the committee may determine that an offer is unacceptable if they fail to demonstrate in their proposal required documents to affirm technical ability to fulfill requirements. An evaluation consensus is needed for this, and then the unacceptable offerer will be eliminated from further consideration.
Okay. Does anybody have any comments or concerns regarding the technical aspect of the qualifications of the firm, better known as Section B? If not, if nobody else has any, if nobody has any comments, I do. I have a concern with the requirement to give a list of references that we could check to see if they're technically suitable for performing the audit as we need, the audit functions we need to accomplish our goals of the reporting. My problem is that Cherry Beckett has 5 references, of which 4 of them were transit clients as it requested, so we had something to check with. Markham LLC did not provide a list of current or past clients, and therefore it doesn't appear to have any transit experience, which is something that I believe, professionally and personally, it's critical to fulfilling the function duty. I would like to recommend, and I'm not sure if this becomes a motion or what the proper process is, recommend disqualification of the Markham LLC bid, offer, whatever, request on the strength of failing to meet the qualifications of the firm.
If I could,
Please.
and I would just say, I think it was clearly the sentiment of the last meeting and my own, and thank you for having it reviewed,
Yeah.
by the way, because that I needed that as well. That Cherry Beckett was certainly the preferred firm in light of their transit experience, and I would agree with you wholeheartedly. And I think that was the sentiment of the committee as well, that there was a discomfort of not seeing that transit experience there. And so I don't know, I'd like to just ask council, so is this technically the way that we proceed? I guess it's kind of or our staff here, this would be the procedure that we take for moving forward, I think, to ascertain and move forward with Cherry Beckett.
Yeah, so this would be the evaluation process, the technical evaluation process. Once the technical proposals are reviewed, then, and this comes from the solicitation itself, that proposals are acceptable or not acceptable. And in the middle, it is acceptable, that's susceptible of being acceptable or unacceptable. Once Audrey did the references and tried to find out if it was transit, the references that they provided, that's when she discovered that they had failed to include that in their proposal.
So do we need to make a motion to that effect to disqualify the bid on the basis of the technical qualifications of the firm?
Yes, you can just consensus that they're unacceptable, the bids or the proposals they
Okay,
submitted.
in doing so, do we require a second motion then to? I'm sorry.
If you want, I could just make that motion.
Yeah, okay, I was gonna-
I'll make that motion,
Okay,
since you're
but do we need a
chair.
separate motion then to move the whole issue to the full board at that point? Or will just the elimination of one of the bids do that automatically?
The elimination will do that automatically. Then the one remaining offer that we have
Okay.
will then go to the board and ask the board then to allow or appoint someone to negotiate the pricing.
Okay, very good, okay, yeah.
So I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we need a vote, or must we do a voice, roll call vote? Pardon me?
There's nobody on the line.
Okay. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Likewise opposed. Thank you very much. To committee members, this has been, yes, Ms. Cook.
Director Schiffler, just to verify, because they are in
Your mic.
Okay, just to verify, because they are in a committee meeting, should they not recommend? This is the last meeting prior to a board meeting. Should they not, I think it would be safe,
Okay.
to go ahead and recommend it.
All right,
So,
Do you agree? I'm looking at council for that. 'Cause
Yes.
This is a committee meeting.
This is Jay McLean. I would agree with you. I was going to try to position myself to interrupt.
just throw something at me, okay,
Okay,
next time.
I think
Yeah.
that it would be best if you did a separate motion recommending forwarding the remaining,
and I'll move to recommend to our full board, Cherry Becker, to for the contract.
And I second?
Okay, and all in favor, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. No opposed, therefore the motion passes. This will be forwarded to the full board for consideration. Yes, ma'am.
Now, I just have another, and I'm looking to procurement. I just want to make sure we get this process finished.
Sure,
Yes.
absolutely.
So now we're moving to negotiations. Do we have to wait till the board meeting to negotiate, or can we negotiate prior to? What is the section in the auditor selection statute about negotiations? If somebody could read that to the board, to this committee, so we know exactly the steps that we have to take. Because you've only recommended the vendor. We are here to assist you. If you want us to negotiate, I'm not sure, but let's read that section so that when we come to the board, we're
That's a hard
ready
yes,
to
but
do action.
Okay, July 18th board meeting, the Board of Directors approves to conduct negotiations and award negotiations are not subject to sunshine. The board may select a firm recommended by the audit committee and negotiate a contract with one of the recommended firms, or may allow the designee to conduct negotiations on its behalf.
And so that's my question, if I may, that's my question. Do we have to wait until July 18th? Or can the Auditor Selection Committee ask you to negotiate based on their behalf and then have that ready for board action? Because if we don't do anything prior to the 18th, then we won't have a price to put in a resolution.
That's true.
So with that, I'll just move that we approve allowing for, or move forward with negotiations with Cherry Becker.
And would you like us to do that? Because we're not part of this committee. We only act on your behalf if you ask us to do something for your
We'll
committee.
ask the staff to move forward with negotiations with Cherry Becker. Does that work?
Second.
Okay.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second to move forward with negotiations prior to the board meeting. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Likewise opposed, no, none. Motion passes. Yes, ma'am?
Mr. Chair, and I'm sorry to come in after the fact.
That's all right.
But I'm reading the next steps that staff has included for the committee to consider, and it says that the board may select a firm recommended by the audit committee and negotiate a contract with one of the recommended firms, or may allow a designee. So it appears to me of the next steps that you've included for the committee to consider is the recommendation for the board, and then the board can ask for negotiations to begin. I'm not sure that you have the power within the committee to
do the
start those
negotiation.
negotiations. I'm just,
Okay. Well, we have a motion to
Based-
move to the board with the recommendation.
Right.
Yes, Ms. Kirk?
And I was just saying, that's why I asked her to read the section out the statute, not from the...
I don't have the statute in front of me.
Yeah, we have the statute. I need you to read the section from the statute related to negotiations, because if the statute is clear that the board has to negotiate, then we do have to wait.
Yeah, I don't have the statute, I just know that my information came from the statute.
Okay, and your information says that the board has to negotiate?
The board of director approves to negotiate.
Okay.
Well-
If I may, has there ever been an instance where the committee has begun the negotiations and then taken that back to the board? I would think not.
This only happens every 5 years, and
Yes.
I don't
None
know
of
if
us were
anybody
here.
was here 5 years ago
Okay.
when we did this. Okay, so if that's what the statute, and that's quoting the statute, we're trying to get this approved on what day?
The 18th. And then, yes, the 18th. And the 18th from the schedule, the 18th board meeting is when the board of director approves to negotiate the contract award. So then it would go back to the
August.
next board.
And then the August meeting for final approval.
In the August meeting? Okay.
When does interim work need to begin? When will their interim work need to begin?
In October, November.
Okay, all right, so we're good. We should be okay then. Okay. I want to thank all the members of the committee, and particularly the members of the finance and the procurement departments for this. This is once every 5 years, but it's like moving a rock uphill, I'm sure. But thank you very much. And I'd further like to put out to procurement, if you have a way to improve the procurement methodology for this, please feel free to research it and bring back through the appropriate channels, either through Ms. Kirk or directly to the board or to the finance committee and their recommendation to the board, that we can improve the procurement process for anything that we're doing. That would be, please do so. Feel free. Ms. Kemp?
And I would bring that I was intending to bring that to the general board.
Yeah.
Just because I think it really needs attention after the experience that we had. And so that's well taken. I don't think
Yeah.
we should just forget.
Yeah. You guys are the pros.
That this happened. I think we have to really look at the process.
Yes.
So could I, Mr. Chair?
Yes, ma'am.
Could I just clarify for the minutes, because a motion was made, seconded, and voted for the negotiations to begin, and then I interjected afterwards. So that motion should be rescinded, and then this recommendation is being taken to the board.
I don't know if we can do it because Ms. Williams is not here.
She left. Okay,
Yeah.
so for clarification then,
I would, I could rescind my motion, but I can't. We only have two.
Her purse is here.
Oh, I think she might have walked out for
She had to go to a
just a
conference
minute, but
call.
we're not sure.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I believe she had a meeting that she had to interrupt
Right.
this meeting
Yeah.
for.
Okay. Well,
Well, if you don't act on the motion, then that's essentially
that's right. I was
not
just
doing
about to say,
anything.
so
Yeah.
I'm just going to unilaterally say that this recommendation needs to go back to the board, and the board can authorize the beginning of the negotiations. And so that last motion would just be tabled, not
Okay.
ineffective.
We'll leave it at that way.
I will ensure that's notated in the minutes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Okay, any old business? Any new business? Hearing none, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much, everybody. This has been interesting. I appreciate your efforts.